Hello everyone, this is the video set 49 of my database management systems question video series. In the previous video, starting from question 44, we started a special series about DDL queries in database management systems. In this video, I'm also going to continue that question series. So without further ado, let's go to our question. Okay, if you didn't watch the previous videos, I think it's better you watch the videos first. If I brief what we did in the previous videos, we create a database called Ranabima SCHDB to store some details of a school, like student details in a student table and teacher details, and also teachers and the subjects they teach, like that, those details stored in database. The specialty is we use DDL query and directly command MySQL server using a CMD command line integrated for uh, accessing MySQL server called MySQL command line client. And you can also use the CMD prompt directly, but in the previous videos we use the command line client. Okay, so let's see what we have to do in the question set 49. The school enters the data after installing the software. All school information is included in this software. The principal of the school informed us that the software had to be removed and reinstalled due to a virus in the computer. Imagine that you have chosen yourself for that. Here you can see that the database has to be backed up. To create a backup file, select a C partition, use Ranavima SCH DB backup as the name of the backup file, create the required backup query for this. Okay, if there's an virus attack in the computer we installed our software, it's hard to recover our data. So before that we have to back up our work. So in this case we have to back up our database. uh, what the task is, we have to use a backup query. Actually this is a DDL query to back up our database and create a dump file, also called as backup file, and we have to name that backup file runabim schdb and and save that backup file in the C partition of our computer. Okay, that's our task, and let's see how to do that one. But before that I like to show you the database in uh, the database we create. Okay, here this is the command line client we used in the previous videos. I like to show you the database quickly. uh, Show databases, and you can see this is a list of databases currently in our MySQL server, and Ranavim SCHDB is the database we create in this video series. Let me select this database quickly, and then let's see what are the tables we created. And you can see this is the list of names of our tables in our Ranabim SCHDB. Like I told you before, student table, subject table, and teacher table. And also there's a view we create in the previous video, video 48. This is the view subject, and those are the tables inside our database. Sorry, inside our database Ranabim SCHDB. Okay, and also you can see, if I write a select query to show the details in the student table, you can see there are data insert in our uh, table here, student table. These are records of 6 students in grade 9, and if we are going to backup the files, we have to backup all of these data into a single file. So let's see how to do that one. I'm going to close this command line client and open a normal CMD prompt in Windows 10. Okay, here this is the CMD prompt. This is the same old CMD prompt in Windows 10, and let's start creating our dump file. To do that, there's a file called MySQL dump in MySQL server folder. When we install MySQL server, also the dump application will install, and we can use that application to create our dump file. Okay, so we have to move to that directory. Right now we are in the C partition in my computer in users folder, and there's a personal folder under my name, and we are in that folder. We have to go to the MySQL server file. So let's go back and cd, and now we are in the C partition. Now let's move to the MySQL server. That server file is in program files, MySQL folder, and in that MySQL folder there are some folders like MySQL Workbench, MySQL Server, like that. I told you in the previous video we install the server. uh, Not only the server will install, application package will install like MySQL Workbench and command line clients, like that. So within those folders, I need to go to the MySQL Server 8.0. That's the MySQL Server we are using. So MySQL Server 8.0. And in that folder, there's a file called bin. We need to go to that bin file. So here, now we are in the bin directory in MySQL Server 8.0. Now there's a application called MySQL dump. To create, we can use this MySQL dump file to create our uh, backup. So to execute this application, we have to log into our MySQL server. To give the access, we have to use the username and the password. So username is root, and I'm not going to enter the password in this command. After we execute the query, to complete the uh, backup action, it will ask to enter our password. So let's put the password away, and then we have to mention what's the database we need to backup. So we need to backup Ranabima SCHDB. Okay, and then we have to use this greater than mark. That means we are creating our backup file, and then we have to give it a directory to save that backup file. So this is the directory in C partition, in users folder, under my personal folder. There's a folder called documents. So in the document folder, I need to create a backup file uh, under this name, Ranabima SCHDB backup. So Ranabima SCHDB backup dot the dump file is in, then we have to enter the extension here. So dot, then extension. The extension of the backup file is SQL. This is in SQL text. So the extension is SQL Ranabima SCHDB backup.sql is the full name of our file. Okay, and now we can execute this one. Then it asks us to enter the password to access our MySQL server to complete the action. So I'm going to give it the name. Okay, here's the password, and now it created our MySQL dump. If there's not no any errors showed in the terminal, that means our dump is created. So let's go to document folder, and here you can see there's a SQL text file under the name Ranabima SCHDB backup, and that's the backup file of our database. Okay, and that's all for this question, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.